Hey guys, welcome to the AG Coach channel, and today I'm with you again. We are going to I'm going to walk you through another Code Academy challenge project. So if you're looking at my screen on the left, and I'm actually going to switch this for editing purposes, you'll see later. Okay, so on the right side of my screen now, I have the Code Academy webpage opened up under the New York City Blog challenge project. You see that we have a project tab, we have a code tab, and with HTML and CSS code, and we have an output. Okay, so once again, I'll be working out of my text editor for this. So if you want to work out of your text editor, let's just set it up to match how the Code Academy text editor looks like in the beginning. So you see I have my HTML doc on the right, and I'm just gonna make sure, okay, everything's totally empty, there's nothing in the body, we just have to link the style CSS. So I'm going to copy their code, and I'm just going to go ahead and open up my style CSS, New York City Blog CSS, and I'm going to paste it here. Oops. We are gonna copy and paste. So now that we have the CSS for the project, this is all the styling for this blog that's given to us by Code Academy. We're gonna go ahead and link it in our head. And there we go. All right, so now that my CSS is linked to my HTML, I believe we should be ready to go to step one. One more thing, guys, I like to open up a window for you so that you can see what's going on. So let's just open up this web page. Here you go. So you see we have a blank page. Let's get started. See if this works. All right, let's go to your step one. Alright guys, step number one, the navigation bar. A common usage of a navigation bar is to create shortcuts for a web page. This will allow the user to go directly to the information they want to access through the navigation links. Create a nav element underneath the open and body tag. Very simple. Okay, let's check off step one, move on to step two. Within the nav element, create a UL element to create an unordered list. Okay guys, so as you should know, UL stands for an unordered list. So we have that here. And the unordered list should contain the following 3 items. So we have 3 items. Let's go ahead and make the tags for that. Oops. 2, 3. Use the lead element with a link tag nested within the leads. Okay, element to link the content to the nav bar. You may notice that the nav bar doesn't work right now, but don't worry. Once the content is added, the nav bar will be fully functional. All right, so they want us to code in a link element inside of the lead tags and give it the href that's blank. All right, cool. So let's just set this up 3 times. There we have it. So 1, 2, 3, And yes, don't forget to now copy and paste the provided text for each link. Copy and paste. Alright, so you should have a navigation bar with 3 links. Now keep in mind, guys, it looks nice and styled because the CSS was already given to us for the project. But in order to style it this way, you would have to import your own CSS, as you see here. And as you see, there's a lot going on. Alright, let's get back to the project. Very good. So if your page looks like this, let's go ahead and check off step number 2. Let's move on to step number 3. You need to title your blog so people know what you're writing about. Create a header element under the closing nav tag. Within the header element, create a H1 element which should contain the following: New York City. Alright, guys, so let's copy this text, and they said underneath the nav element we're going to create a header element. There we go. And we are going to give the header element the H1 element tag. There we have it, New York City. See what we have so far. Okay. So if you got New York City in the H1 element, let's go ahead and check off task number 3. And let's move on to task 4. Create a main element below the closing header tag. Within the main element, create a section element with the ID of blog. This section element will hold the main content of your page. You are given this element an ID so that you can target it with the nav bar. Okay, so first task is to create a main element below the closing header tag. So let's alright, so let's get below here. Main element. And within the main element, create a section element with the ID of blog. So then we're going to get the section, give it an ID of blog. I see what's going on. Let's follow the steps. This section, alright, very good. So this section element will hold the main content of your web page. You are given, alright, very good. So if you got your section with the ID blog, I don't think anything will pop up on your page yet. You don't have to worry about refreshing it. But if you coded this in, let's check off step 4 and move on to step number 5. Create an article element within the section element. Then create a P element within the article that has the following. Okay, so let's copy the given text. This is going to be our paragraph. And in this section, they said create an article. Yeah, so let's create an article element. Very good. And within the article element, we are going to create a P element tag and post the given text. So there we have it. So let's see what our page looks like now after the first paragraph has been posted. There we have it. All right. Looking good so far. So let's check off task number 5. Let's move on to 6. Now that our blog has some content, the next step is adding media to enhance our blog. You can do this by using the figure element under the closing section tag. Under the closing section tag, create a figure element. So we are going to add some content by adding media. Okay, so under the closing section, alright, this is our closing section. tag, our closing section tag, create a figure element. Alright, so this is our closing section tag. Let's create that figure. And there we have it. So let's check off step 6. After we create the figure element, let's move on to step 7. Create an image tag within the figure and use the following link as the source. Alright, so let's copy this link and image tag within the figure. So let's go ahead and code in a image tag, and we'll give the source the link that was provided to us. So we have our image tag with the source of the link that was provided to us. Let's see what's going on. Let's see how this looks. Alright, so they gave us a picture of a Statue of Liberty. So the link was an image, JPEG. Alright guys, if the image are rendered on your output, go ahead and check off step number 7. Let's describe the image for those who don't know what statue this is. Using fig caption, add this description to the image. Alright guys, we're going to copy the description, fig caption. Okay. So, underneath figure, we're going to add the fig caption element tag, and we are going to just paste. And you know what? I'll do it like this, make it look better. There we have it. Let's see what's going on. And underneath the figure, you have a caption for the figure. And as you can see, the font size is a little bit different. And this basically tells the reader that this caption is for the image. So good job. It's looking good. Let's check off task 8, guys. It's looking good so far. Step 9. For our blog post, you need to add additional content to enhance the post. You can do this by using the aside element. Under the closing figure tag, create an aside element. Within the aside element, create a P element containing the following information. Alright, so let's copy, and underneath the fig cap, underneath the figure, I figured that's probably what it was. So going back to step 9, guys, let's throw the fig caption inside the figure. Okay, and let's refresh. Maybe take the, if this doesn't change anything, then alright, now you can see it's a little bit indented off from the front line. And the reason why I did this is because the fig captions are supposed to be in the figure, but also according to the steps underneath our closing figure tag, that's where we put the aside. So you know, a lot of the times when you're coding these and going through the Code Academy challenges, the steps end up correcting you if you make small mistakes like that one. So moving along, underneath the figure closing element tag, we are going to create an aside element. So let's go ahead and create our aside, and inside the aside element we are going to create a P element tag for this text that's given to us. So I'm just going to go ahead and recopy this and post it inside of our P element tag, and let's take a look at what it looks like so far. Look at that, the aside created a box for us and posted our link. Posted our text, and you can see that the text font is the same to the font of the page. So now you can clearly see that the fig caption is a caption for the picture, and it's clearly there to be linked with the picture. Very good job, guys. All right. If your aside caption has rendered onto the screen inside of the blue bordered box, because remember that's what the CSS file is telling it to do, then let's go ahead and check off step number 9, and let's move on to step 10. All right. New York City is known for its amazing food. Our blog should list some of its top food options in NYC. You can do this by creating an ordered list. Create an ordered list by using the OL element within the aside element. In an ordered list, the first item is ranked 1, the second item is ranked 2, and so on. The ordered list should contain the following 7 items in this order. Okay, pizza is the number 1 in New York City. Could make sense. I'll probably go for like some type of Thai food, but that's just me personally. So let's go inside of our aside. And guys, if this is where you're up to, just keep in mind the difference in the beginning of our project. We used the UL tag, and now we're using the OL tag. So you're gonna see the difference: UL unordered, OL ordered. So this list that I'm going to be creating now should be prepended with numbers. So inside, let's create our OL, our ordered list, and with any ordered list you have your lead tags. Okay, now we have 7 options, so let's go ahead and create 7 lead tags. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now within those, we'll just copy and paste the provided information. So we got pizza, bagels, burgers and sandwiches. Ramen, tacos, and taco trucks do be slamming. Pasta, and desserts. What's your favorite dessert? Mine is cheesecake. All right, guys, let's take a look at our page and see how our list came out. Now, keep in mind, you see, the list should be ordered. So let's refresh this, and we have our numbers 1 through 7 with our list. Our leads rendered out to numbers because of the OL element tag. Very good, guys. Let's move along. So if your list came out as mine did, let's check off step 10. Let's move on to 11. Right now, a blog post consists of only 1 image. Adding more media can help give a better visual representation of New York. Let's create a section for the media content. Create a section element with the ID of media under the closing aside tag. Alright, so underneath this aside tag, we're going to create a section with the ID of media. Very good. Within the new section, create an article element. Then create an H2 element within the article that says the scenery of NYC. So let's copy this, paste. Let's go inside the article, and inside the article they said H2. Yes, H2 element tag, and we're gonna paste that. The scenery of NYC. Let's check our work. Very good. So now we have a smaller heading than our main heading. H1, H2. Alright, guys, you got the scenery on your page. Let's check off step 11. Step 12. You're going to add a description to explain the media. Add a P element directly underneath the closing H2 tag, but within the article element. Within the with the following paragraph. Okay, so let's copy the following paragraph. What we're going to do is we're going to add a P element tag directly underneath the H2 but within the article. So we're still inside the article, directly underneath the H2. Let's add our P element tag and let's paste the paragraph that was given to us. So while the view in New York City is beautiful, let's make sure this rendered. And there we have it. While the view in New York City is beautiful. Oh, while the view in the city is beautiful. I read that wrong. Okay. Well, let's check off step 12. And let's move on. New York City has a beautiful skyline. So let's show that with a video. Underneath the closing article tag, create a video element with the attribute controls. Use the following URL as the source. Alright, so let's copy this link. And they said underneath the article, correct? Underneath the closing article tag, it's going to add a video tag. And inside the video, we're going to give it with attribute controls. Source, we're gonna give it here, and let's just delete one of the quotes if you haven't done so. All right, I'm curious to see now this controls attribute. It's been a while since I've done this one. When you're writing the attributes, generally, you don't mind that. You have that equal, boom. I forgot. Let's learn it together. It's another reason why I'm doing these videos is to refresh myself. So essentially, this is what's going to happen. Let's see what happens. This controls attribute is supposed to just give us the options to hit play and pause on the video as it renders from this link. If we didn't have this controls option, the video would just start playing as the page loads and we wouldn't have an option to pause it. So let's see if it worked. Ah, there you go. So the controls, you don't need an attribute. And to show you what I mean, if I just take away controls and I re-render this page, I don't have, you see? I don't have the play pause option, and the video, you don't even know if the video is starting, if it's a freeze frame or video or whatnot. So let's quickly just add back our controls attribute. And let's re-render this page. And oh, so without the controls, it wasn't even playing. So there you go, guys. The control attribute, you don't need to equal it to anything. Okay. So if your video of the New York City skyline has rendered on the page, go ahead and check off step 13 and let's move on. Step 14. During the nighttime, New York City skyline can light up the whole sky. This time you're going to use the embed to display an image of the skyline. Create an embed element under the closing video tag. Use the following URL as the source. So we're going to copy the URL. Very good. And we are going to create an embed element underneath the closing tag. So the closing tag of what? Of video. So underneath video, let's embed and source, that's right. And you know what? We're gonna do that. Alright, let's see our Beautiful skyline. I would have thought it would have been a little bit darker, to be honest, so we could see the city lights, but that's what they want us to go with. Let's go for it. Alright guys, so if your second image rendered onto the screen, go ahead and check off step 14. Let's move on to 15. New York City is known as the city that never sleeps. At any point in the day, you can hear traffic as you make your way through the city. Let's add an audio clip to show how loud New York City can be. Create an audio tag with the attribute controls directly below the embed element. Don't forget the closing tag. Okay, so inside the audio, so let's do the, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Sorry guys, I'm thinking to myself. Let's do the audio now. There we have it. And inside the audio, wait, we need to give it the attribute controls. Now inside the audio, insert an audio file with the following URL as its source. Inside the audio tag, insert an audio file with the following URL as its source. It's very interesting because obviously they're telling us to post this inside the audio tag. Alright, I'm gonna, okay. I'm gonna go about it the way that I know go about it, because if I'm linking this movie, this is the source. So there we have it. Sometimes these questions can be a little bit tricky, and when you get further on in this course, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. And if this didn't trick you, that little segment, congratulations. You know, this is why I'm doing it, because sometimes, you know, you may spend 4 hours on your computer and have brain fog, and, you know, may get tricked out. Oh, look at that. Alright, New York City is loud. So let's take a look at what we did. We took our link, our URL link that was given to us. We linked it in a source attribute for the audio element tag, and we got our audio element tag. And I just want to show you guys something. I wonder if we take away the controls from the audio, if it would render without the play button. Let's see. Oh, it wouldn't even render at all. So when you're dealing with this audio tag, you definitely need that controls attribute. And there we have it. Alright guys, let's check off task 15. Let's move on to step 16. At the bottom of the page, you can add a footer to credit you for the creation of this page. Create a footer element with an ID of about under the closing main tag. So underneath the closing main tag, we are footer with an ID of about. Very good. Inside add the following content: a p tag posted with posted by following your name. Okay, so posted by following your name. Copy. So let's inside the footer we got a p tag with posted by, and I'll just put AG. Alright, and then they ask for a second P tag, which provides one type of contact information for people to reach you at. So you're going to put contact information.
Should be good. Go ahead.
Alright guys, so yeah, we checked off step 16. Step 17. Congratulations, you successfully created a web page using only semantic elements. Now that you've learned the importance of semantic HTML along with its benefits, it's time to incorporate this knowledge into your future projects. Think about ways you can improve this project or create your very own project using semantic elements. Need some suggestions? Click on the suggestion box. Alright, let's take a look at our website. Refreshed. And that's the footer that we just created. So here we have it. This is our New York City blog website. We have our header, we have some images, we have sections, and I just wanted you to keep in mind when they say semantics, where is that? Only semantic elements. When you're discussing semantic elements, and you're gonna go through this later on in the courses, is basically when you're creating a web page, there's so many things you have to think about, and one of the things will be people with impairments, whether it's visual impairments, hearing impairments, and creating websites with these semantic styling would help the other programs that offer assistance to people with visual impairments, as far as screen readers or whatnot, function correctly. So guys, we are done. Let's once again, if you worked in your own text editor, don't forget to copy and paste all the code, and remember guys, we're not copying our link in the head because it's going to be different. So copy the entire body, okay, and get your credit. Alright, we're going to replace this body. Boom, there we have it. Get your credit guys. Hit run, look at your web page on the output, check off all the steps. I think what we missed, 17. There you have it guys. Congratulations. I hope that this video walkthrough helped you out complete this project, but most importantly helped you understand the project as well. And take a look at my page, at my channel for more Code Academy walkthrough videos. Thanks a lot guys. Take care.